Mrs. Thomas's kitchen, late afternoon. Sunlight leaks through the blinds. The table is set with 2 steaming cups of coffee. Mrs. Thomas and former Chief Williams sit across from each other, the tension between them thick but respectful. The room is quiet, except for the occasional creak of the old house settling. Chief Williams, leaning in, serious. "So, what do you really think is going on here, Miss Thomas? I mean all of it. The mayor, the demands, Luther walking these streets like death itself." Mrs. Thomas lets out a long, heavy sigh. She stirs her coffee slowly, eyes distant. Mrs. Thomas somberly. "Well, baby, I got a good educated guess." She leans back in her chair, gathering strength to share a memory that's haunted her for years. "Mrs. Thomas, back in the late 90s, I had a best friend. Good woman, strong, church every Sunday, but her family. Deep roots in the old ways. Real voodoo, none of that store-bought stuff." She takes a slow sip, eyes misty. "Mrs. Thomas, she had a son, Luther. Sweetest boy you'd ever meet. Big boy, not slow, just simple, innocent. He'd walk her home every day after school, carry her groceries, and one day he got caught in the middle of a drive-by. Died right on her front porch. Just laid there like the world didn't care." Williams listens in silence. "Mrs. Thomas, that was long before you became chief. Matter of fact, I remember 2 weeks after she buried him, you moved in down the block." She was never the same. Walked around the house whispering his name. "Luther gone return." Said it like a promise. Not a hope, a promise. She taps her spoon gently against the mug. "Mrs. Thomas. Last time I saw her, she looked at me with them empty eyes and said, 'He coming back for what they took?' I knew right then she had done something. Something real." Chief Williams sits back, whispering. "You think this thing walking around is him?" Before Mrs. Thomas can respond, "Knock, knock, knock!" A loud knock at the door. From outside, muffled voices rise. "Miss Thomas, please, we need to talk. We heard what Luther said. We saw it on the news." She doesn't move, just stares at the door, silent. Mrs. Thomas, softly. Now the city wants answers. From a woman they called crazy. Mrs. Thomas' house, front porch, evening. The crowd outside has grown. Neighbors, reporters, even local preachers stand in uneasy silence. Some hold phones, some hold prayer books. Tension thickens the air like smoke. Mrs. Thomas steps out onto the porch, the screen door creaking behind her. Chief Williams follows, standing beside her like a weary soldier. A man in the crowd, early 40s, angry and scared, steps forward. "Man, what is this thing? Why is it killing our kids? Snatching their manhood off like leaves in the fall? What's going on here exactly?" The crowd murmurs in agreement. Phones are raised, the whole block watches. Mrs. Thomas holds up her hand. Silence falls. She clears her throat, voice sharp but calm. "Mrs. Thomasy was a victim of Luther too. Maybe not like your sons, but I know his wrath. My grandson came flying through my front window while I was praying for his soul. Thrown like trash, but spared because I still believe in something." She scans the faces in the crowd. Worn, scared, some defiant. Mrs. Thomas, y'all want to act surprised, but let's be real. This city raised these kids like wild dogs. No discipline, no direction. Just money, music, and murder. Luther's not just here to kill. He's here to correct. To neuter what y'all let run wild. Gasps ripple through the crowd. "Mrs. Thomas, you love your kids? Then stop treating them like grown men when they're barely tall enough to see over a steering wheel. You worried about demon time? Well, guess what? There's a real demon out here now, and he ain't wearing no mask. He ain't rapping in no mic. He's hunting your little hard-headed sons like they owe him something. And maybe, just maybe, they do." She pauses, Mrs. Thomas now. "If you ain't ready to hear truth, you can get the hell off my porch. I ain't got time to babysit grown fear." She turns, walks back inside. Chief Williams lingers for a moment, locking eyes with the crowd. "Chief Williams, you heard the woman. Y'all better pray Luther don't knock on your door next." He follows her in. The door slams shut. The crowd just stands there, some stunned, some shaking, all silent. Evening. The crowd from Mrs. Thomas's porch disperses slowly, some angry, some mumbling, most afraid. The weight of her words lingers in the air like smoke after a fire.